Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Ox. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
I'm sorry, everyone, that we are not doing the current Twitch meta by having just black bars over our boobs and our genitals.
Wasn't that a fun 48 hours?
What's happening right now? That's the new meta now.
I know.
Black bars.
No, but you remember with the 48 hours of Twitch nudiness that was artistic nudes that were that were out there?
Yeah.
It was just funny. We ended last week's show talking about how they, you could do artistic nudes on the Twitch, and like 48 hours afterward, Thursday morning, Friday morning, something like that, they were like, "No, never mind. We don't want you."
No, well, they got
artistically nude.
They got backlash. They got backlash for it. That's why. And they got so much backlash for it that everyone decided, you know what, it's not worth it. Let's just go back to being. And then they're like, and then the women of Twitch are like, oh no, we're not gonna go back. Remember how we just showed the tops of our boobs? Now we're just gonna put censor bars over our parts, so you can just see that instead.
I did. So I opened up the Twitch earlier today, and I did see that, and I laughed and laughed and laughed. Because the girl who had the black bars over her areas was sitting in a gamer chair, of course, and was sitting so stiffly. Moving just enough, you could tell she had on like a strapless bra of some sort. Something to help. Something to help keep the girls aloft, if you will. And
yes. Well, you have to keep the illusion, right? You can't, you don't want people to think that you're actually clothed underneath those bars. You don't want people to think that you're actually not, giving into their desires by being, partially nude under those black bars. It reminds me of the Mormon bubble. I don't know if you remember the phenomenon of the Mormon bubble. But there was a
no, I don't know what you're talking about.
You remember that bubbling? You remember bubbling?
There's so many dirty things to be said right there. No, I don't.
Many years ago, the internet put out a rumor. I don't know if it ever was proven true, but they're like, well, Mormons can't look at nudity. Like, they can't look at naked stuff. So they found a workaround where they put strategic bubbles around a picture to where it would be like blurry on certain parts of the bubble. So like you have a bubble like near the face, around the boobs, but it would be strategic to where it looked like it was perceived nudity. And that was their workaround, because they can't see naked people, so they just have the perceived imaginary nudity of bubbles hiding bits and pieces of a woman's body. So, hi Ginger. But yeah, so that I found very funny and very kind of like in line with this now new trend, the meta, as they call it,
the meta
of the black bar, and it's the meta.
Well, that was, like I said, that was the first thing I saw when I opened up the Twitch today, and I was just like, oh my god, that is hilarious and sad all at the same time. And every single one of the people that were being artistically nude or suggestive as hell all had the same look. They were all oiled up and glittery.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I think that's to help accentuate curves or something.
But speaking of sad, we're sorry to hear that you're ill, listeners mate, and welcome. Glad you're here. Sorry that you're not feeling so well. Bronchitis and sinus effect. Terrible time to have it during the holidays, especially. But hopefully by Christmas you'll feel better there, listeners mate. Hopefully you'll feel nicer. I don't know why none of the chat is showing up on the screen.
I just had to do a refresh myself.
No, it shows up on my screen in the stream chat, but it's not showing up on the Streamlabs screen. You know, where our faces are. It doesn't show up where in that little box on the right that you have like that big empty space for.
Yeah. I don't
know why.
Maybe because I didn't open things up in the right order.
Time to add it to the list, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, time to remember to open things up in the correct order, apparently.
It is a weird order. Anyway, what's going on, man?
Why would it matter if, I wasn't online when I opened up OBS. But that shouldn't matter. I waited till I was online before I opened up Streamlabs. Or whatever, Twitch, I mean. Whatever the hell.
Shrug.
I don't know. Yeah, it isn't showing up. It's weird. I don't know. I'm going to task you then, Francis, with reading everybody's chats.
All right. So, Listener's Mate says, I remember when we had our coffee shop, Mormons came in and couldn't have coffee. So they'd have coffee-flavored smoothies instead.
Like a Frappuccino.
Actually, there's a plant out here called Mormon tea. Out here in California, when the Mormons were like trying to make their way to Utah. I guess they came here first before making their way to Utah. And they had this thing called Mormon tea. And it was this flower that causes hallucinogenic properties and just gets you high. Because they couldn't drink coffee. They couldn't drink like alcohol. So they needed to drink something. So they made this tea out of this flower. And apparently it got them really wasted and hallucinating. So that's fun.
Huh.
Go Mormons.
I mean, whatever works. Most of
whatever works.
Sexually oppressed state I've ever been in. Anyway, what's going on? How are you doing?
It's fine. I'm all right. I'm still recovering from being ill, but you know, it's getting better and better. I have my voice back again, which is nice. So that's always a plus. I just have a little bit of a frog in my throat every once in a while, so I apologize for that ahead of time.
It is such an odd thing. It is a weird saying. There's a frog in my throat.
It's when French people go down your throat, I guess.
Giggity?
I don't know. Are they still called frogs? I don't know. Are French people still called frogs? I have no idea.
I don't know.
French people used to be called frogs.
I think it's like maybe only like the second time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Huh. You know, it is weird.
Yes.
For some reason, Axel Foley's coming back. Eddie Murphy must be running out of money and decided to make a Netflix exclusive Beverly Hills Cop 4.
So I found out that Eddie Murphy has been in like 3 films this year.
Yeah, he just did a Christmas thing for Amazon.
Right. So he's working. Mm-hmm. He's working. It just happens to be. Well, what are your memories of or your feelings towards the Beverly Hills and the Cop?
1 and 2, great, hilarious movies. Second one especially. The second one's a comedy. The first one's an action, a buddy cop, and then the second one's just a comedy with action that happens. The third one is trash. And it has CGI. And like, what the hell?
No way, really?
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of CGI in the second one. I mean, there's a missile launch, a shoulder-launched, rocket launcher thing in the second movie. So, yeah, sure, there's some.
Okay.
But the third movie, yeah, because it takes place in a Wally World, Disneyland, Universal Studios, theme park of some sort. And Rosewood, Judge Reinhold's character, is the head of security of said theme park. And some sort of goofiness happens, and there's scenes of Axel Foley hanging from what's the ride that goes like this, goes in a big circle? Ferris wheel? No.
Ferris wheel?
Is that the one where you sit in it? It goes up and down. It goes in a big circle. You sit there with your partner. Yeah. You make out when you're at the top, or do something dirty when you're at the top because nobody can see you. Yeah.
Ferris wheel, yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember what it was called. It was merry-go-round, Ferris wheel.
Merry-go-round is on the...
Yeah. Well, we've established which one's which at this point. But third one is crap. But the first two, the first one, tons of great scenes in that. The second one, like I said, maybe I saw it at the right time in my life. I was a young teen, and it was, it's full of cuss words and hilarity. What's there not to like? And it's got Flavor Flav's girlfriend in it. I can't remember her name.
What? Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's just make says you can't have a banana in your tailpipe.
Hey, you got a banana in your tailpipe. You got to say it with more bass. See, there's just lines, man. You can't fool us with a banana tailpipe.
It also has that song that is very 80s when you hear it again.
Oh, it's you
hear the trailer.
It's dripping with synth, 80s synth vibes, big time.
I mean, it's a great theme. Don't get me wrong. Like, you hear that, you feel like you're about to, do a drug bust or something, or
do something,
like, right? Like, you feel like you're gonna solve a crime in the dirty streets of L.A. or clean streets of Beverly Hills.
Right.
It's like, this is great.
Bridget Nielsen was the lady I was thinking of.
Oh, Bridget Nielsen.
She's in the second one.
Flavor Flav's girlfriend. Wow, I didn't know.
In I think the show where they lock everybody up in the house. What was that one? It was like Flavor Flav and Bridget Nielsen and Ron Jeremy and like fucking Vanilla Ice and the one of the Bradys or something like that. It was on Comedy Central or something. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it was that show, but Flavor and fucking Bridget Nielsen got hooked up at least. Celebrity Big Brother. No, that wasn't it. I can't remember what the show was. But it was before Flavor of Love. Okay. It was definitely before that. If anybody remembers that. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with what I brought up. But anyway, Beverly Hills Cop 4. We'll see. I hope it's funny. Because that third one, man, you gotta come on a big rebound from that third one.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's straight to Netflix. So I mean, it's the same as it's equivalent to a straight to DVD. Back in the day, or straight to VHS. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's what
or anything.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 was as well. It was like straight to HBO or whatever at the time.
So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be bad, but I don't know how good it's going to be. But good for Eddie Murphy. At least he's working again. He's not just the voice of Donkey anymore. He's just like, I have other jobs.
Yeah, that is true.
Good for him.
What else is really good for somebody else out there that has done a multitude of voices? Francis. Optimus Prime, the voice of Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen, this week received a Lifetime Achievement Emmy, an award. I think we discovered it was an Emmy, which is just a dumb word if you say it 3 or 4 times in a row. But I watched his acceptance speech, and it was
nice.
It was really nice. It was really that. I hate that I have emotions sometimes, and like somebody's breaking in somebody's car out there. I hate having emotions because like he was saying stuff and he's thanking Peter Welker and another Jonathan Winters, which I thought was an interesting pick. to choose as a voice person, but those were his inspirations. He talked about his brother was in the Marine Corps and was the inspiration for Optimus Prime. And it's a story. What's that?
Oh,
was he a truck?
I think.
Maybe a truck driver.
Go on. I'm derailing things.
But and I've heard that story a million times. I was like, oh yeah, that's really awesome. And then he said to all the Transformer fans out there, and he said something, Transformer, something Optimus Prime would say. And I'm like,
roll out.
He did say roll out at one point, but he said something else, just thanking the fans. And like, I'm sitting there going, why is there a hot, salty tear running down my face? Like, I don't even know this man. But my robot father is winning an award, so I'm here for it.
I mean, yeah, he deserves it. He wasn't just Optimus Prime. He did a bunch of voices.
No, he's done a shit ton of voices. I mean, if you watched Vehicle Voltron way back in the day, he was on that.
Sure.
God, countless things. I'm having a hard time thinking of what else he's been in besides, just Optimus Prime. But
okay.
When you know that it's Peter Cullen behind the voice of whatever he's doing, you're like, oh, it's totally him. You can hear it.
Oh, geez. He was Eeyore in the...
I was going to say that, but I was like, no, I don't think that's accurate. It was on the tip of my tongue. I bit my tongue and not said it.
He was Carr in Knight Rider, so the
original Carr.
Arch nemesis of Kit. Yeah. Oh, wow. He was he was the Red Skull in Spider-Man. He was he was mostly he was mostly known as Optimus, because I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, man, he didn't really play that many characters. He mostly played he mostly played Optimus Prime. Oh, I guess he played Mario in a Saturday morning cartoon, so that's fun.
There's just the Saturday morning cartoons of the 80s. It just goes on and on and on. If you look at it, so, Spider-Man and his amazing friends, Scooby-Doo, and what is the Scooby-Doo Puppy Hour? Scooby-Doo and the what was the thing? It was the Puppy Power Hour or something like that. Pac-Man.
Well, Puppy Power was what Scrappy-Doo and Mystery Mouse. So yeah.
Pac-Man, The Little Rascals, which was that cartoon. I remember that. Knight Rider. What other cartoons do I notice here? Mr. T, Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon's Lair, like Heathcliff. Like he did all these.
Wow.
Rainbow Bright, and the dude worked and still does.
He did. Yeah.
So yeah, he got the Lifetime Achievement Award. If you're a fan, go check it out. It's on the Twitters, it's on the YouTubes, it's everywhere. You can find it. And maybe a hot salty tear will roll down your face as well. Probably not, but it might.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You won't know until you try.
Exactly. What?
Yeah, I mean, Listeners Mates apparently wants to hear Optimus Prime saying "Let's get it on," which would be very. What's that other guy? Let's get ready to rumble. That guy.
Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Michael Buffer.
The other guy who did. Didn't the other guy who did it, not Michael Buffer, but the other guy, his was "Let's get it on." That was like his catchphrase.
There was referees that did that.
A big dude.
Referees did that, but not like ring announcers. Maybe.
I think it was a UFC announcer. I think it was a UFC ref or a UFC guy.
Because there's
"Let's get it on."
There's a "Let's get ready to rumble."
Yeah.
Right. Then his brother, I think, ended up taking over. I think he still does ring announcing.
Oh.
I haven't watched UFC in like 10 years.
Oh,
But I think it's time is what he says. It's time. Michael Buffer was Let's Get Ready to Rumble. But Michael Buffer, he did the introductions at F1 Las Vegas. And he introduced one of the drivers, and the driver was just standing there like, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused by this man. Like, because he did like the Let's Get Ready to Rumble type of introduction for this driver. And the guy was like, I don't know. Where do I go? I'm so confused. It was good. It was good. Speaking of confusing, actually, Francis, something that we both found.
I am confused. What's confusing?
Well, I'm confused a lot and most of the time. But something that we both found very confusing before we started here was Apple had announced that they're going to cease the sale of the Series 9 and the Ultra 2 watches on December 21st by 3 p.m. Apparently, there's some patent infringement case that's coming up, and Apple is getting ahead of the curve, I guess, and being like, instead of the courts, telling us to stop, selling these, we're just going to go ahead and stop selling them ourselves. We're going to make sure we get our, all the Christmas sales that we can get in. But yeah, if you
sure. Yeah.
I don't know how this turned into a fucking Apple Watch commercial, but if you want to get one, you better hurry.
You put it in the list.
I know. I didn't realize why by talking about it, it'd be a commercial, basically. But yeah, I think it's crazy that it is right before Christmas. That is probably a big sale item or a want item for a lot of people. Smartwatches are definitely a thing. To have to cease the sale of your only flagship watch for your product, it's gotta hurt.
I just find it funny that you, a non-Apple person, found this story interesting enough to add it to the rundown, and I'm like, you don't even like Apple products. Like, it's so funny that you're talking about Apple stuff, just kind of like as a thing.
I like technology, and I think it's weird that technology is getting, how long have these two watches been on sale for? And then just now, there's a copyright infringement.
Almost a decade. Yeah.
No, not the watches themselves, but these two, the Series 9 and the Ultra 2. What about these two watches?
I didn't even know they existed. And I keep up with that stuff because I have Apple products. But I didn't know that the 9, I thought they were still on the 8. Like, I thought, the 8 is still a watch you can get, because that was last year. Now they're on the 9. It's like,
okay, but
wow.
So they're on the 9th version of their phone. What the hell is the Ultra 2? It's the 9th to the 2nd power? Like,
no. They made an Ultra line last year, and the Ultra is like $1,000. Like, it's a really expensive watch.
Does it have a sapphire screen or something?
I think so. Like, it's supposed to be like a fairly unbreakable screen. The battery life is better. It's bigger. It's bulkier. It has more premium. Like, the band isn't rubber like the OG watches. I think you get like a metal band, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't see the big enough difference to be like, oh yeah. I'm gonna spend $1,000 on the.
I mean, I haven't had any kind of a watch in years. That other watch that I had, it was great while I had it. I liked all the features and just being able to see and look down at my watch and see what was going on. But like, the battery exploded, and I just never.
Yeah.
Like, I just never was like, there's definitely a couple out there, one more than the other, that I'm like, hell yeah, this would be something, this would be awesome to have. But it's like, I see it on sale. It was on mega sale at Black Friday, but you can't be selfish. You got to get stuff for other people.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
You gotta take advantage of everything. You take care of your family and your friends and everything, and then be selfish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I chose not to be selfish, which was a fucking good idea, given the events that took place since Black Friday. So it was good to not be selfish. But yeah, someday, that'd be cool. And at least the watch I want isn't going to be ceased sales because of a patent pending thing. It'll just cease sales because they moved on to the next watch or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Smartwatches. I used to wear watches all the time, and now I'm like, I don't know what the point of a smartwatch is anymore. Actually, I don't understand what the purpose of a smartwatch is.
I mean,
exactly. Thank you. You understand.
I think it's cool. I definitely think it's cool.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, for the sleep, it'd be nice to have just for the sleep tracking. Like, do I ever actually sleep or not?
No. I mean, I can answer that for you already. No.
Yeah, we talked about that before we started. Ginger said, if you ever win the lottery, you can take care of yourself first. That's not selfish. Yeah. I mean,
you should do if you ever win the lottery is make sure to take care of your mother.
Well, of course. That would definitely be a thing.
Make sure you put a few mil on the side for mama.
Yeah, sorry for the dogs barking. It is so hot in this room right now. I can't even stand it. It was a nice day today.
You have control over that.
Kinda. There's a window open, and if I open up the door, then it'll make too much noise. So, afterward. And I've kept my door open all day to get air moving through this room, and it is hot in here.
Get that circulation.
Yeah, well, doesn't help when you have every piece of electronic equipment in here either.
No,
it doesn't help at all. Doesn't help at all. You know who's not going to be helping anybody anytime soon?
Who's not going to be helping anybody anytime soon?
I'm trying to. I'm working on them, Francis. I'm trying.
That's good. It's good.
Yesterday, Marvel announces that what's his name? Jonathon Majors, that's been playing Kang for the last 4 movies and a couple TV shows, was very briskly fired yesterday after his guilty verdict of assault or assault and battery.
There were several. He had several things on him, and he didn't. Not all of them. He was found guilty for, but he was found guilty for some of them. And yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, put all your eggs in one basket is what I say. Make sure you have that one linchpin, that one person who determines your entire future of your entire movie. Like
before you say it, because I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
But like yes, okay, no wait, yeah, fuck. Yes, there's variants. I know that's what you were gonna bring up, right? But there hasn't been. Yes, there's been variants of Kang, but they've all been the same motherfucker. So
yeah, they yeah. No, Marvel did it. Marvel was like, oh, we're just gonna make the one actor be all of them, when they've shown, even in freaking Spider-Man No Way Home, that Spider-Man is 3 different actors. Like one Spider-Man is 3 different people. They couldn't do it with this guy though. Couldn't do it with this guy for some reason. So I don't know.
It's just it, and I'm not poo-pooing their decision. I'm like, oh, they should have kept him. I don't fucking care. But it's just it's funny to me as a observer of things, a watcher, if you will. Keep it in the Marvel world there. As a watcher, it's just funny. Yeah, they put all their eggs in one basket. They said Kang is one part. I mean, it's different people. They think different personalities or whatever, but the same actor. And each Kang is the same actor. So now are they going to jump the ship, or are they going to someone put a call into Doctor Doom?
Look, they have failed since Endgame. None of their stuff at past Endgame anyone cares about. No one cares about any of this stuff. They stopped caring now that their favorite actors are gone. You got no more Robert Downey Jr., no more Chris Evans. We don't care. I mean, I think people just don't care anymore. So they can do whatever they want. No, they can get Eddie Murphy. Bring back Eddie Murphy as
Axel
Foley come in and be the new Kang. Yeah. Axel Foley is Kang.
What's his face? The Star Wars Jedi guy. What the hell's his name?
Which one?
Boyega. John Boyega.
Oh, John Boyega.
Somebody on the Twitters was like, "Hey, you should, at Boyega, you should be the new Kang," and he just put a gif up of Donkey. Hey, look at this being relevant. Shaking his head no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's all I don't know. I think they need to. Honestly, my thought is, what a great opportunity to just reboot everything again and just start new. Just start with new characters, start with new everything. Just forget about all this other stuff you were planning, because nobody cares. Nobody cares about this stuff. Nobody cares about Young Avengers. Nobody cares about that stuff.
That's what I was going to say, is that they had the chance. They even had the chance for Young Avengers. They had the chance for you to be invested in the Young Avengers, to include them in all of these other Avengers movies. Maybe give 3 or 4 of them a subplot in a movie so you care about them. Maybe they fuck up and fucking New Cap, shows up and he's like, "Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it." Or fucking Ant-Man shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to say something quirky." You know what I mean? Like, they had the chance to make you care about Young Avengers. Now it's just, I haven't even watched any of the new shit that's come out. I know it's there.
I think I've seen some of it. I haven't seen any of the TV shows. I've seen some of the TV shows, but not all of them. But yeah, I mean, someone pointed out it's been 3 years since they showed anything starring Anthony Mackie, who is now Captain America. Like, you haven't seen Captain America in anything in the last few years. That's insane. Every year before Endgame, you saw Captain America in something.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just his movies. You saw him in the Avengers. You saw him, wherever. But you saw him. You saw Iron Man every year doing something. In a Spider-Man movie, in his own movie, whatever. You saw these characters all the time. Now you see no one. You don't see anyone ever. And it's like, that's why no one cares, because you don't see them. You don't care about them.
Right.
So I find it hilarious that Marvel is doing this. It's like, I don't know.
I think that if they concentrated more on the animated universe, they'd have more success at this point.
Nope, not even that. Video games. Just stick to making. I mean, that Spider-Man game that I haven't played. Gangbusters. Everyone loves that game. That new Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah, I'm kind of jelly that I don't have a system I can even play it on. Yeah.
It was just leaked. Insomniac got hacked. The makers of that video game. Insomniac got hacked. And sadly, personal information and all that stuff, like really sensitive stuff, got leaked. But also, apparently, Sony had a deal till 2035 to be the only person the only company, PlayStation being the only system that would put out Marvel games.
Wow. Well, again, all your eggs in one basket.
But it's been pretty messy out there. A lot of leaks, a lot of There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now. But I did find that hilarious. That like, yeah, I don't. I want Marvel to go back to the way it was, where it's like, here's one movie about one character you see every year or every 2 years. Like, when's the last time we saw Shang-Chi? It's been like 4 years now. We don't exactly. Who the hell is that guy?
Right.
Like, we don't have that anymore. Where every year, every other year, we had like a movie about a character.
Well, then they're
like, oh, that's what's happening.
But you also had teases of shit in all the movies.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
True.
Like going all the way back to the Hulk, where you had the ooze stuff dripping onto that scientist guy's open gash in his forehead, and it started getting all big. He was going to become Leader 1 in the Hulk.
Was that the Ang Lee Hulk?
No, the other one.
Because in the other Hulk, the after credits was...
It wasn't an after credit. It was in the middle of the movie.
Oh, okay.
You don't see him turn green or nothing, but you see his head getting bigger, like Leader 1.
Right.
Or the Leader, or whatever. I thought it was Leader 1, but...
I don't know.
Rugged Monkey says he blames Disney.
Blames Disney.
Yeah, well, I mean, Disney is to blame for a lot of stuff. I mean, well, because Kathleen Kennedy is to blame for everything Star Wars right now. Does she have anything to do with Marvel?
According to... Yeah, well, Kathleen Kennedy runs... yeah, well, not Marvel. No, she doesn't have anything to do with Marvel. She's only Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That's her.
Okay.
Her thing. Let's see. What is going on here? Okay. So I blame Disney, Record says, and then Listener's Mate says Marvel doesn't know what they are doing with the multiverse, which is, again, a bad idea. They have too much to deal with. DC handled their multiverse concept. Sort of. I mean,
kinda.
DC
can't make a movie to save their lives, but, you know.
And then Big Ol... Is that Big Ol? I can't read the name.
Big D?
Oh, Big D. So Big D, and then Big D says he would blame Disney. I mean, you know, why not? I would, of course, why not blame Disney?
I mean, blame Canada.
I do.
I don't know.
I blame Disney for because now they own Doctor Who, right? So Disney now distributes Doctor Who, and the specials were fine. I don't think they were great. They were okay. But I'm like, I think part of that is Disney. Disney is giving them money, but they're also like, you got to do within these parameters.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make it. You can't add all these other new. Like, I wish it was like multi doctors, like other doctors from previous seasons would come in, but no, they didn't do that. Which is fine. Anyway, but they own everything.
Didn't they own everything? Didn't Matt Smith come in for all these specials that they just did?
No. David Tennant did. He was the main guy for for these three specials.
Oh, okay.
And, and then the conspiracy theory is usually when a doctor changes to the new one, the old one dies, and they kept him alive in case the new one doesn't work out. They have a backup. Is the conspiracy theory. Like, oh, well, we have this new guy. We don't know if he's going to do well, but if he doesn't, I guess we always have everyone's favorite, David Tennant, which is everyone loves that guy.
I mean, would that not be jumping the shark
funny
for Doctor Who to have another Doctor come back? But did they not do that though for one of the other Doctor Who specials, like technically the War Doctor, and wasn't it Smith and Tennant?
But they were past iterations of it. They weren't the same person. In this one, they're the same person. In other words, when he died, he split into two people instead of normally when he dies, he changes into the person. In this last special, he actually you see him split into two different people, which means it's the same person, just two different people. So he didn't. So it's not like they're keeping a spare.
It seems like they're jumping the shark.
Tennant quoted Lion King in his first episode as Doctor Big D. I mean, probably. I don't remember. That was 2006 or something. So it's been a while. It's been, it's been a while since he's been the Doctor. But yeah. Anyway, so Marvel, Disney sucks. That's all. Even though I love their parks. Love their parks.
Who is Tennant's companion? The girl. What was her name?
Well, this one, her name is Donna Noble.
No.
This one, but
he's back then, the 2006.
Rose Tyler.
No, the actress. Billie Piper. There was an interview Billie Piper had given where apparently she called, you already know what I'm going to say, where she called David Tennant David 10-inch.
Oh.
While wearing a see-through bra and shirt in the interview. While making mention to it herself, like, oh my God, you can see right through this.
Rose Tyler, yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, she's always been kind of saucy. Like, she did a show where she played a call girl. Like, she had a whole TV show in Britain where she played a call girl, and I'm like, oh, okay.
She was here.
Good for you.
She was here for one of the Comic-Cons.
Billie Piper?
Yeah. Huh? And I was like, that's somebody I would have definitely liked to have met, not pay for, but I definitely would have liked to have met.
She did an interview with Christopher Eccleston, which was the Doctor that started the new season in 2005, the reboot of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. So they were together for a panel. That was interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, back to Disney.
Yeah, because they suck.
I think they just own too much. You know, like they own too many properties.
That's true.
Which I know The Simpsons already predicted, but like, come on, like give up some of that stuff. Like, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to have it. You don't have to hold them all in your hand. Pass it around.
Right. Listeners did say
that joint, my friend.
I'm nice reference. I'm annoyed that the chat isn't showing up, but listeners did say that Disney needs, in all caps, to focus on the Muppets more. If you ask me, Disney needs to focus on the Muppets more. If you ask me, I mean, I'm biased, so I'm going to say yes. But there's a lot of argument out there. People saying that, you know, can the Muppets even be relevant to today's audiences, et cetera. And I say they can be. It just depends on who's writing the material, I think.
So the Game Awards happened a few months ago, or a few weeks ago.
Kermit was there, yes?
Gonzo was there.
Okay. Appropriate.
So Gonzo was there. And it made no sense why Gonzo was there with the chicken.
Camilla.
Maribel, I think.
Camilla.
Sorry, thank you. I think Maribel's the cow.
I think so.
But Camilla the chicken. And it was really weird and awkward. Like, it was a really weird skit to, like, have. And I'm like, why are they here? Like, Gonzo? What's Gonzo
like,
to do with anything?
There's not some new Muppet video game in development.
No,
that doesn't make sense. There's no, you know, there's probably some anniversary coming up, Muppet anniversary of some sort.
But there's no new TV show, new movie.
Right. So
Gonzo is just like there.
I mean,
Gonzo.
But that is Gonzo, both character and literally, figuratively. I don't know. You know, Gonzo. You know, like.
I was just like, why are you here? What are you doing? Like, why are you announcing an award? Like, that's really strange.
Was it a kids video game?
No, it was. I think it was like an indie game or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird.
Yeah, I'm puzzled by it. I think I saw a screenshot, and I was like, why? But never did look into it because I forgot that the Video Game Awards were even a thing.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, the Game Awards were dumb. It was just ads. It was just 3 hours. It was 3 hours long. We had 20 minutes of awards, and then 2.5 hours of just trailers, which, meh. Like I didn't care for. I'm like, this is too many trailers. I don't like it. This is boring. This is so boring. I don't know why I'm watching this, but I did. I watched all 3 hours because I'm just like, I want to see who wins. I want to see what games win. But it was pretty bad. I didn't like it. I thought it was bad. But anyway,
I thought as gamers we gave up on award shows like a long time ago, but I guess we didn't.
I mean, the thing is, there's nothing left. We don't have E3. We don't have, I mean, we don't do the game developers conference like live anywhere. We don't do anything for games. Like, we only have one place now for games, and that's the Game Awards and the Summer Game Fest, which is the same person, which is Jeff Keighley. Like, Jeff Keighley does all that stuff. But, like, we don't have anything. As a gamer, we don't have anything to celebrate games. So it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. We have something to celebrate.
I mean, is it one of those cases of a downturn in gaming? Console gaming?
Gaming is bigger than movies. It's the biggest entertainment industry ever, but it's oversaturated. There's too many things. There's too many games. Just like there's too many movies and too many TV shows. So anyway, Listener's Mate says Disney owns so much because they know that they are about to lose Mickey Mouse and the original Disney characters because of the copyright claims running out as the need. So they need to keep the brand going. That's true.
But I thought it wasn't Mickey they were losing. They were Steamboat Willie. The copyright on Steamboat Willie is becoming free, open. What do they call it? Free to the public, open public.
Yeah, it's going to be you're making
open domain. Open domain.
It's not open domain either.
Damn it! What the fuck is it?
Public domain.
Public domain.
Public domain.
That's close.
And
one letter
Rugged says they started paying for their own events to own awards. Kind of ruined it. Oh, like PlayStation and Microsoft and all that. I think it was just made. Yeah, public domain. Yeah, yes. But at some point, it'll be all of it. At some point. Because it's 90 years after the death of the creator, which is, again, Disney did that. Disney made that happen so that they didn't have to give up Mickey. But yeah, first it'll be Steamboat, then it'll just progress from there. There's another thing. What else did? Oh, I think Superman is also becoming public domain soon too. So Superman's going to be public domain in a few years. But a lot of these characters that.
But they're casting for a new Superman movie.
They are, and they've already casted Superman
and Lex.
They did, yes.
And people, I don't remember who they cast as Lex, but people were like, "Oh, that can't be that guy." Why not?
Do you remember? Did you ever see X-Men First Class?
That was the second movie.
I'm trying to think of.
Wait.
I'm trying to think of.
Oh, that's the one with all the kids and Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
No.
Sort of. No. Well, yes. Wolverine was only there for like 2 seconds.
No.
Well,
then no.
But I believe Nicholas Hoult, I believe, is the name of the guy.
Oh wait, is that the movie that's got the cool Quicksilver or fucking Speedy Gonzalez fucking scene with the?
Yeah.
I saw that scene. I think I've seen that scene like in the movie, but I don't think I saw the rest of the movie. I think I turned it off after that scene.
Yeah, because Nicholas Hoult is like a teen heartthrob. Like he's the guy that girls kind of swoon over, and he's going to be Lex Luthor.
Okay.
But then what's his face? But then he hired his brother. James Gunn hired his brother to be Maxwell Lord, who's supposed to be like this playboy. And like, if you've ever seen James Gunn's brother, he's a dorky-looking dude.
Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn. So Sean Gunn's supposed to be like this debonair, like very good-looking, sophisticated.
Isn't he the guy that doesn't know how to use the fucking whistle arrow?
Yes.
Okay.
That's yes, same guy.
Okay.
Big is very, very down on Superman, saying Superman is the most boring superhero.
I mean, I can't argue because, I mean, I enjoy Smallville for what it is, the show. I'm not a big Superman fan, though. Yeah. I'm more like a John Schneider fan than I am a Superman fan. Go Dukes of Hazzard.
He's called a Boy Scout for a reason. So
yeah, but that's the thing. He's a Boy Scout, and I don't like that in a superhero. Batman's pretty fresh just because he's a dude, and he likes to beat the shit out of people. That's cool. DC, most of DC's superheroes are all gods, and I can't get down with gods.
I love it. Big's like, I knew you had my back, Josh. I'm like, yeah. No, I agree. I get it. I mean, Superman is too. Like, Batman has a bunch of issues. Actually, all the superheroes have issues.
They all have every issues. Superhero Superman, has. Yeah. That's part of what makes them a superhero, though, is their faults, right? But Superman doesn't have any.
And Superman, he lost his entire planet, and he lost his people. Like, technically, he has a huge issue. He's like one of 2 or 3 Kryptonians. Well, I think 6.
It depends on who's writing the story, but sure.
But like, Krypton blew up, so either way, you have most outside of Zod and his crew and Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl. There are no other Kryptonians. Those are like the 5 that
Spike showed up for some reason in Smallville.
But that was Brainiac. He wasn't a Kryptonian.
Was he Brainiac? Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was Brainiac.
Yeah. Like an iteration of Brainiac. I just watched the episodes with him. I apparently didn't pay that much attention. You have it in the background.
Big. Come on. Boo-hoo. My people who I never knew died, and I'm scared of rocks. Big. Come on.
Danica fucking just rolling in with the fucking slashes.
What is it?
Melmac did blow up.
Melmac blew up too, if you think about it. That's true. I guess Alf
never tried to be a superhero though,
of his kind as well.
But he never tried to be a superhero. He just tried to, hang out and have a ruckus.
But he's the last Shumway.
He is. Gordon Shumway.
So yeah. Anyway,
what a great name.
Superman.
Alf's real name is right up there.
Name.
Is right up there with Space Ghost's real name.
I know what Space Ghost's real name.
Tad.
Coast to Coast?
No, Tad Ghostal.
Oh God, that's okay.
I don't know. I probably waited 20 years to fucking pull that out. What?
No, the best name is Black Bolt. His Black Bolt. You know who Black Bolt is in Marvel?
I mean, I'm aware of the character. Yes.
Yeah. So he was in the latest Doctor Strange movie, and he was part of the Inhumans TV show.
Mm.
His real name, Black Bolt's real name, is Blackguard Boltagon. Shortened to Black Bolt.
Wow.
So Blackguard Boltagon.
We didn't even try in the 60s, did we?
No, we were just like, what? Black Bolt? That's a great superhero name. What would be a real name though? What would be this guy's real name?
You got Captain America. His name is whatever Captain America's real name is. Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers is boring. Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Iron Man is whatever his real name is.
Tony Stark.
Right.
Even more boring.
But but what I'm saying, like, their names have nothing to do with their superhero name.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they're boring. Nobody likes those names because they're boring. Who's going to remember them? Josh can't remember them. So we got to name this guy something cool. Blackguard Poltagon. Okay, that's stamp it. Just ink it into the page. Let's make that happen.
I mean, I can't really say too awful much, honestly, because I am a big Godzilla fan, and there's a character named like Abominable Jinrai or something like that. He's just a Bigfoot Jinrai, I think is what his name is.
But that's a translation from Japanese. I bet it sounds cool in Japanese.
Possibly. I'm trying to look at the picture, the character's name.
All right,
I'm butchering it. I'm butchering it so bad that
it's
Optimus Prime popped up.
Well, there was another. Well, we're about speaking of Godzilla. You wanted to mention a Godzilla, related thing.
I did.
And you didn't.
I didn't what?
No, and you were hesitant to say the guy's name.
Oh yeah. So this past weekend, there's been 3 Godzilla suit actors, and then one guy that provided some mocap for Shin Godzilla. And I don't know if there was mocap or if it was all just CGI for Minus One, but either way, right. The guy that played the second Godzilla through 84 to 95. I cannot say his first name. Kenpachiro doesn't matter. We'll just call him Satsuma-san.
Very Italian.
I know, right? His last name is Satsuma, so we'll just call him Satsuma-san. He was the second actor that played Godzilla, and he died. I watched a cool video this weekend of the 3 actors, and if I can find it again, I'll send it to you because it's cute as hell. The first guy, the guy that played Godzilla in the first 1954 suit to I guess 83 or whenever they decided to change actors. But he was that all 3 of the actors are showing them what they looked like in the suit as they're just walking down the sidewalk. And the first guy's like, right. When I saw this building over here, I just said, nope, you need to go, and I'll push it over. And just the way he was speaking, it was just cute as shit. You could just imagine him and exactly what I always wanted, to just be in the suit and knock shit over. And oops, I fell over because I can't fucking lift my leg because the suit's so heavy. Whatever.
The smell.
Oh, right. I'm sure the suits probably stunk to high hell from the sweat that was just pouring out of people. But yeah, sadly he died, and this is weird because even before I found out he died, I was watching this video of the 3 Godzilla actors, and find out later over the weekend that the guy died. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And I think the first actor's still alive, which is crazy.
Nope, dead.
Oh, okay, well, fuck me. Should probably do my research.
2017, 1988.
Okay, well, if I can find the video, I'll repost it because it was fucking great. I think I
Please,
did
I'd
actually.
That'd be great.
But on the Godzilla train here, since we're speaking about it, it was announced that 2 things. Godzilla Minus One apparently is getting a black and white redo and might be re-released. Possibly, you said it's getting a black and white treatment. I think that'll be kind of cool. Yeah. I thought there were scenes in the movie that were black and white anyway, so I don't know what do you do when you black and white a black and white scene? Does it become color?
They turn it color. Yeah, they turn it color, so they're going to reverse it. Right. Yeah. All those scenes, there's a black and white.
But yeah, so it got me thinking. If they announce the sequel, this is stupid. I don't even know why I say it's so stupid. Is it going to be -2 or is it going to be 0?
Oh, it depends on what direction they're going. Yeah, that's true.
It's so dumb.
Probably 0. They the Japanese love the word 0.
They do.
Do 0 a lot. So it'll probably be 0. I'd be like, yeah. No, it'll be 1x times 3z minus.
parentheses
-5. Yeah, parentheses equals Y. Like, oh, that Godzilla.
And then somehow that will equal Ghidorah.
Yeah. Equals Ghidorah. Or Ghidorah. Whatever, however you say it.
Ghidorah. Depends on what side of the Mississippi or Pacific you're from, possibly.
Which side
really
of
sure.
the Mississippi?
Not really sure.
Japanese Mississippi.
Exactly. Like the I can't even think of a fucking river in Japan. But yeah, that as I look, that's all the things I had on my list. We talked about everything. Look at that.
No way.
Yeah, wait.
No way.
Tight as fuck too. It's right at 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a lot on this list. We talked about we ran over a couple things, but we talked about everything on the list.
Yeah, well, what more are we going to say about Disney other than we're just going to complain about Disney for like...
I mean,
we could have done the whole show just complaining about Disney.
It's a great way to never get invited to D23.
It's okay. I've been to D23.
It's probably a great way for me to get further felt up by a fucking Disney security guard next time I go. And they're like, oh, that's the guy that was talking shit about us on the internet. I'm going to grab his balls.
The good thing about the one thing I'll give D23 is they are very nice to give freebies. Like they give you swag, movie posters, little trinkets. Stuff
Well,
like that.
for
like,
$1,500 a fucking ticket, they better be giving me something besides some fucking trailers.
I hope it wasn't. I got in for free thanks to a mutual friend of ours who was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. Come with us to D23."
Sure.
Okay. Like, okay, if you really want me to, I'll go.
I mean, I don't know if it's an invite thing or you have to pay for it. I have no idea. I just figure it's
no. You have to pay. It is expensive. From my understanding, they wrote it off as a business expense. That's how expensive it was. They're like, you know what? We're not using real money. This is a business expense. This is stuff we're gonna get back in taxes. Screw spending.
I mean,
I think it's like $600 or something.
I mean, I enjoyed, a business lunch with them, and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna order some shit. They said, order what you want. And I was like, okay. Don't need to tell me twice.
Very. Let me make it rain for you, shall I? And then we twerked for our meals.
And then we wore strapless bras and projected black bars in front of our man cleavage, and
because I was gonna say twerking is now like acceptable on Twitch now, so we could technically twerk right now, and it'd be perfectly fine. I think it's an acceptable form of dance.
Would it be acceptable for us to do this podcast wearing only a sock?
Someone wanted to. Yes, I mean, supposedly, I think we have to have a black bar there, but we'll have like a sock.
We have a black sock.
No, we'll have a vertical bar that just goes from our waist to the floor.
Oh, right.
And just.
Because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rugged wants to see our nipples, so we'll do that next.
Well, shit, so you can't even see it.
No.
There, I flashed everybody. That's all you get.
It's lucky we're not in the era of Twitch where even men couldn't show their nipples. Like there was an era. See, oh, he's so happy. So you just made someone's day.
Hey, as long as I can make somebody's day.
Yeah.
With my hairy chest.
Hairy chest. Anyway.
So
here's the question.
Yes.
Next week is the day after Christmas.
It is after Christmas Day. You are correct, sir.
And then the Tuesday after that is the day after New Year's. How are we playing this, yo?
By ear. Let's see. What now everybody's saying something.
Hi, Zandria. How happy to see you here. You don't want to see it. It's big. It's like the size of. It's the size of this coin, which is why I can't do it because it'll take up the entire screen, And people don't need to see that. But thanks, Andrea. Appreciate it.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
No, I don't really know. To be honest with you, I completely forgot that Christmas is even next week. We didn't talk about anything Christmas-y at all this evening.
Well, we could next week.
We could. we could do that
next Tuesday.
I mean, look, the chances of me being employed past or at whatever time we decide to do this at 7:30, 8 o'clock Mountain Time every Wednesday, I doubt I'll be working. Period. But I doubt I'll be working that late, even if I do get a job. So there's no reason why we can't.
All right. Well, I'm only bringing it up because most of the time people don't do stuff during those times of years. Actually, matter of fact, in previous years, we took the next 2 weeks off.
We have.
But this year, we're not doing that because Josh needs something to do.
I do.
So we're more. I'm more than happy to take time out of my day to go ahead and do the show with him. Though I could be hanging out doing nothing.
Well, we can hang out and do nothing together, along with everybody else that's full of Christmas cheer, and they're playing with their new stuff, or they're putting their children's stuff together, or they're getting back from the store because they forgot batteries for their kids' stuff. Go get batteries. Go get batteries now.
They've done that already. It's Boxing Day.
That's Canada.
Oh. Start punching each other.
Well, I mean, that's Christmas Eve.
Oh, right. So, anyway, so for those who celebrate, happy holidays,
yes.
Merry Christmas, happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever.
Are we still in Hanukkah? Is Hanukkah still happening?
Hanukkah ended a few days ago.
Fuck, I don't know.
Forget
man.
Hanukkah.
Happy for those people.
Yep.
And then the Kwanzaa people.
They had their 8 crazy nights.
And
I think there's just a lot going on.
The Kwanzaas?
Yeah, I think Kwanzaa's still a thing that's happening. It hasn't passed yet.
What about the Krampus? Was it Krampus? Krampus?
Well, Krampus is a person. It's not a holiday. It's a person.
Oh fuck! I don't know.
It's a person he's the one who is like he's the anti-Santa. Okay. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. That's true. Let's just made. I'm happy to air my grievances this week.
I can't think of any other ones.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Happy solstice, exactly. Yes.
Winter solstice? Has it already happened? Or is it going to happen?
Tomorrow. Or Friday, Thursday, I think.
That's awesome.
Friday.
That means...
Shortest day of the year.
That's great, because that means every day after that, we're getting closer to time change.
Oh, Merry Yule. Yeah, Merry Yule. Yes.
Happy Christmas.
Saturnail, sure.
There's Happy Christmas for the Brits.
Yeah.
I don't.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron.
Yeah, I don't know why happy. Why is it? I don't. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Because Mary is a person.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know
either. But yeah, anyway. we'll be here on the 26th to hang out with all of you in our Christmas PJs and maybe a hat or something. I don't know.
Get a paper hat, just like the Brits. Just a little paper hat on.
And go to In-N-Out and get one of their hats. Decorate it with some Christmas. Now. I do. I mean,
you didn't wait 8 hours like in whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, you wait just as long here as you do in California. So I don't, whatever.
Well, when it first opened, it was 14 hours, right? It was a 14-hour wait.
There was one that just opened recently somewhere, not here, but somewhere in the United States, where people waited 8 hours in line, 8 hours plus, which was not unheard of here either when they first opened. I haven't been to In-N-Out in a year plus, probably a couple years now. Once I found out I couldn't eat their fries, I mean, the burgers are great, but like you need fries to go with your burger. And you can't. I mean, I could bring fries from another place and then, wait in line, but then your fries are going to be back to potatoes by the time you wait in line at the In-N-Out to get your burger. So I I either got to take, half a box of Benadryl or just say fuck it and hope I don't die while eating the fries. I don't know.
A great way to end the show.
Yeah,
great way to end the show. I love it.
Yeah. So we'll be here on the 26th, and I don't know. After that's New Year's, and I don't think we'll be here for New Year's. We'll see. Probably not though. But yeah, everybody have a great Christmas or whatever you celebrate. We'll be back. Same bat time, same bat. Whoa, what the fuck? You're so cool with your camera. So tell everybody with your cool self where they can find you on the internet, where you can spread the love to everybody on there.
Well, you can go to AKA The Other Guy on Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky. You can also go and see me tomorrow at doing live stuff like here on Super Geeked Up at supergeekedup.com. And go to my website if you just want to see stuff that I haven't posted in almost a year.
Nice.
You can go there.
Listeners, mate. You can't do the links,
Sorry,
man.
Mate. Links not allowed.
Links don't work. Links don't work. Ginger, Rugged, Big D, Listeners, mate. Zendria, excuse me. Is that everybody?
Swiss
and Bullets.
Forget Swiss.
Everybody. Thanks for being here. There's other people that are here that didn't chat, but we appreciate you as well. Thanks, Guapo, if you're watching. Always appreciate you. Have a great Christmas, everybody. You can find me at 303_ninja at the Twitters, 303 Ninja on the Instagram. You can find us at POI Podcast or the POI Podcast, pretty much everywhere. Just look it up. Email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. Call us, voicemail, text. Leave us a Christmas message. You can do that. 314-764-7631. It spells out POI Pod 1 if it helps you remember. Because synergy. That's it. We'll be back next week. See you guys. Bye.